Wait, what's my line? It's been so
Oh
long.
my gosh. Well, remember it had the pre-recorded thing, so you don't even need to say anything.
I don't even remember what it was.
You would say, "Hey guys,
Hey guys, welcome
welcome
back
back
to.
to Pineapple Podcast,"
It's been too long.
and then I say, "Welcome back,
Hey guys, welcome back to the Pineapple Podcast.
welcome back."
It's been a long time,
It has like the end of September or October or something,
basically.
and
We've been busy.
yeah, and so we're
Dude.
gonna do it like how we always do it, with the audio part for YouTube. But we might we're going to test it throughout. We didn't want to test it while it counts, while it matters, counts. So we're going to live stream it on YouTube next time. And so that might be easier than uploading it to YouTube.
Hopefully. We'll
Well,
see how it works.
As long as the sound is good, then it would be easier.
Yeah.
There's only one person now. There are two people for like 2 seconds.
Oh well.
I don't think anyone's watching now.
For those of us that are not viewing visually, we're at a poker table. Listen to
True.
this. We're basically an ASMR channel.
Just you.
Just me. Yeah, you're right.
So it's been a while. I'm probably gonna be really out of practice and lots of dead air. And I keep forgetting that we're live streaming, so I keep forgetting to look in that direction.
Does this make you uncomfortable?
It makes me uncomfortable. Not even looking at it.
I was looking like right into the
We
camera.
got one of those ring light things, if you saw in the post, and it's actually really cool because it has a tripod stand for your phone or your camera, and the light's right behind it. So it's like two things for one.
Basically. It is pretty cool.
Yeah, and it has different forms of the light. There's orange and white, and that's about it.
There's like an orange, like a Donald Trump hair orange,
Eek.
and then white.
Yeah. So time
You
to
wanna-
click on the pod.
Yeah, let's get started. Some world breaking news.
So we're gonna do every other one like we used to.
Sure, let's do it.
And I put most of this stuff I put on here like 2.5 weeks ago.
Dude, I haven't looked at this in months.
But yeah, I haven't kept up with the world the last few months, especially when it comes to any of the stuff we talk about.
Dude, I don't know anything that's going on, like video game wise, tech wise. I have no idea.
Everyone still plays Among Us, and I heard the Samsung Note, whatever their new phone was, is actually pretty good.
The folding one or the Note?
The Note, like 12 or 21. Or
I heard they're going to stop making the Note series.
whatever the last Samsung was, it just came out like this week or last week or a few
I
weeks
didn't even
ago.
know Samsung had a new phone come out.
Yeah, and all the tech YouTubers like, we were wrong about it. It's actually great.
Oh.
Just like that. That's how
Seems
Marquez
legit.
sounds. So,
All right, what's the first bit of world breaking news?
am I going for? We
Yeah.
only have one thing for world breaking news.
Oh.
Oh, you added something. It snowed.
It's known in Lubbock, Texas.
That's pretty world breaking to me.
Dude.
It actually snowed a lot too. It snowed like 7 to 9 inches.
In some places.
And
Dude,
it was like the good snow too.
we made a snow woman. I'll leave it at that.
And lots of good snowballs.
Dude, it was fun. Lindsay came over and we went sledding. It was great.
Yeah, well, we were on our way to United. We're getting a Nick's truck, and previously Nathan had lost a $5 bill in the snow on the way to. He put in his pocket on the way to take out the trash. So then we're just walking from all over the street, just looking for a $5 bill in the snow.
What?
And then eventually Nick finds it, nowhere near where Nathan's path would have been. It was just like by the tire.
Oh my gosh.
I kept joking. I said, okay, this isn't like the Polar Express where it's like the ticket that just magically comes back in the snow.
Basically.
So, yep, the snow's almost melted though. A week later, it's basically all gone.
There's still a little bit. A
Super
tiny
little
bit. Yeah.
So, what's next?
2020 is over.
It is.
That's pretty world breaking. That's the actual little piece of news that everyone else thinks is news.
Yes. Well, I saw something a couple of days ago, and it was, I forgot what the term was, but it was like this year, Trump. Hey, Austin's on. or he liked it. Then Trump had like the most. I don't remember what the term was. It was like nation tragedies in 1 year. He like set the record for his presidency.
The most tragedies?
Yeah, I think that's what they classified it as.
Seems legit.
So, yeah, 2020 was crazy, but there was a lot of good in 2020.
Like?
That makes me think about it.
Like what? Name one thing.
Didn't you start dating someone in 2020?
I thought we were talking about like news, like world news.
Oh. So.
Nothing.
I'm sure there's stuff.
There's something. I don't know. I can't think of anything either. I don't know. Bunch of stuff's been happening. I love how every time there's actual news, we're always just like, hey, it snowed. There's like so much stuff going on in the world. We're like, we're just living in, what is the word? It's
The
not
rapture?
oblivion. No. We could be. I don't know. Except not really.
We're not in the rapture, just to be clear. Because there is no rapture, to be clearer.
What is the word when you're like living without knowing anything? Like you're oblivious to what's going on?
Living in the unknown?
No. There's a word
Into
for it.
the unknown!
Dude, that video is great.
Oblivion?
No, like I can't remember the
Oh,
word.
Ignorance?
Yes. Ignorance.
Hey, I came up with a word.
No, it's a real word. Ignorance.
Well, but I was
Living in
able
ignorance.
to like think of a word.
Our podcast is just us living in ignorance of all the news going on in the world. We're just like, hey, it snowed.
Hey, it snowed in Lubbock, Texas. So that's great. To be fair, we could have been doing this, and be streaming on YouTube also.
But that's just too much stuff.
True, because then we have to be looking here and there.
And talk directly into the mic. That's too much thinking.
Okay, how hard is it to talk directly into a mic? It's just here. You just talk. It picks it up. You don't like
Fair.
do anything different. So,
Fair.
all right. I got the next one. Oh, we're studying the. Oh wait, no. Bible dash. So we do have Bible. In our Bible study, most recently, we've been struggling through the Book of Revelation. So we decided to pick something else.
Yeah, emphasis on struggling.
I think we hit chapter 12 or 13 last night. So
Basically. It's been super hard to go through it. Like, so many questions, so many... I don't even know. Just confusion all around. So much confusion. But it's been really good. We've been going through, like, commentaries and stuff over it. And, like, chapter by chapter, slowly understanding what's been going on. But it's been a struggle. But that's not what we're talking about
that's
today.
not what we're talking
No,
about.
we're not talking about Revelation. Not to be
We
confused
could.
with Revelations.
Revelations? Are you
Not a
Tristan?
thing. No.
Okay, so. Oh no, I hit back on accident. I don't know what we're talking about now.
We're talking about studying the Bible with people.
Why?
Great Commission. That's why.
I meant, why are we talking about that?
Oh. I mean, recently, both of us did an evangelism class. Like, it wasn't really a class. It was like a Sunday night study we did with Chris Joe. It was the evangelism class. And every week we went through different sections on something called the Mark study. And the Mark study was basically...
What book is it based off of?
The book of Mark.
Ah.
The Mark study was basically like an introductory study to do with somebody else. Like, made to do with someone who's never really studied the Bible before. Just like an introductory, like, this is what the gospel is.
Because the idea is kind of like, just by reading and asking questions and trying to get to know Jesus through the book of Mark and just how he lived, who he was, then it's just kind of under the idea that whenever you read this, then you'll just kind of fall in love with it, that kind of thing. It's not like forcing certain ideas or anything. It's all up to the individual to kind of, it has questions and stuff, but it's just for them to think and put themselves kind of into the stories and kind of take it in without without some kind of hidden agenda. It can kind of go wherever they take it.
Right. I remember whenever we were going through the study, a lot of the questions Chris told us to say, like, if you believe this or not, like, totally up to you. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But this is what the story says.
Yeah. So it's taking in also from like just facts from a story.
Right. It's like, I'm not asking you if you think this is true or not. I'm asking you what's happening in the story. Pretty much. I don't know. It seems like a really good like first study to do with someone that's not. I was about to say that. Weird phrasing. Doesn't have a biblical background, but can still believe in things. God. Yeah. It's going to be really hard to do with somebody that's like really anti-Christian, like super atheist, because they're just going to completely want to blow you off on it.
Right. So if someone is even somewhat open-minded.
Yeah, if anyone's, slightly open-minded, this is going to be a really good study to do with them. You remember the 3 parts of the study? The study was designed to do in 3 parts, each one building on the last one. The last one being Jesus can save. The first one is like Jesus, I forgot what the first 2 are. It's like Jesus can, Jesus will, and the last one's like Jesus can save.
Something along those lines. If that's not it, that might be actually it. I think that's it. The 3.
It probably is. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while. Whenever we did the study, we had a little tiny booklet. It was just the Book of Mark, and it had pages on the side for writing down questions, writing down notes and stuff. So what we were told to do was just write down all the questions that you would need to ask inside of this little booklet, and this is like the only thing that you bring to the study. You can let the other person like read out of it, or if they have their own Bible, they can read the passages. But so that way it's not like as intimidating. You're not flipping through like different parts of the Bible. You're just in one book.
So they sell these at Mardell and other places, and we've collected the other ones because they're really good. But each one is just one book of the Bible. Yeah. And so that's just it. Each book is just the book. And then, like you said, on the left side, it's the text, and the whole right page is just space for notes and stuff. So, I mean, 'cause that makes sense. If you're like walking up this veteran Christian or whatever to have this study with someone, you're like, this Bible is like giant, and you're just like flipping through like a mad scientist or something.
Yeah, it can be a little daunting.
Yeah. So, I do like the little books because it's just like, boom.
Yeah, and it's very easy for them to be able to read through the Book of Mark because it's such a short book. You can get through the whole thing in like less than 2 hours.
It's probably like 16 chapters or something like that.
So you can get through it very fast. So it's a super easy book to read through. The study itself is really great just because it goes through the entire concept of the Gospels.
I feel like we need to like link this somehow. We keep talking about the Mark study. It's unofficial.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can post it later somehow.
Post it later. Okay.
We can get it out on a Word doc.
Yeah. Well, aren't you taking a class?
I am. And so to further my efficiency, then I'm just this last Friday started taking an SIBI class. It's Friday mornings at SIBI. Did I already say SIBI class?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. You said SIBI class at SIBI.
It's taught by Chris Swinford, who also does he's big on evangelism and has been doing it for a long time. So the first class was just kind of laying down the basics of what it is, being messengers and what the seed is and that kind of thing, planting, going through parables, and then him just telling, because he's lived in a lot of places, and he was missionaries in Ukraine for a while, so he's telling us stories. And one of the things that I am kind of big on, and something that lines up with what he's teaching. I mean, just for the first class is, it's no good if you're just lecturing, teaching, learning, reading, and then you don't actually like go out and practice anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's completely pointless. And I mean, there's just from the class, then people were talking about examples of, their church is big on, teaching things, and then, hurricanes come, or, people are hurting the community, and, they say it's not their place to go out and help, to feed, to clothe, to do that kind of thing. And that's missing the point a lot. And so that's something, it's actually one of the things from the classes is the assignments. And I think this is really cool. The assignments aren't just like papers and just doing papers and reports and stuff. It's actually like going to be things that are going to be like practical to eventually being able to just talk to anyone anywhere about the gospel. And so I think it's going to be cool just to get more practical ways of just talking to people about the gospel, and just being more willing and able to just help people, and making it as simple as possible and not overthinking it.
Yeah. I think the hardest part probably for me about evangelism is starting the conversation with somebody. Like, you can go through like the Mark study like we did, but actually starting the conversation of, hey, do you want to go through this study with me, can be pretty daunting and maybe frustrating if someone doesn't want to.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate enough to actually do the Mark study with someone, and from my one-person experience, it was very, very beneficial, super helpful. Opened up the door for like a lot of different questions, because as you read through the Gospels, if someone doesn't have a biblical background, they're going to start asking questions. If you just reading through, like, hey, like, well, who is this Jesus? Like, what's so significant about him? If you just that single question, there's entire classes just off of that one question. Like, what is so significant about Jesus? The entire Old Testament you would have to understand to really be able to answer that question. So going through a short study like this with someone is also going to open the door for different questions too.
Especially if they don't really know anything about it, then they're going to try to build some kind of foundation.
Right.
It's like whenever you watch a new like sci-fi show or something for the first time, then it takes like the first couple episodes or whatever, it's just like establishing like the setup, and you trying to figure out like, okay, so what are the rules of this universe? Like what can you do, what can't you do? Because if something random happens, you're gonna be like, oh, so anything can happen.
Yeah.
So you have to like kind of set up the story and the narrative of what's happening.
Right. And with that being said, obviously, if you're going to try to go do this study with someone, you need to have a significant biblical background, because people are going to ask questions.
Yeah.
Like, it is our job as Christians to go, like, spread the good news, but also, if you're going to go spread the news with someone, you should have some sort of background, studying yourself, just to be able to answer questions that they may have.
But you also don't need to be like a scholar.
No, nowhere near you need to be a scholar. You just be prepared to answer their questions is basically what I'm saying.
And if not, then y'all can just find out together.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes if you don't know, like, just, I don't know, like, let's learn it together.
So, but another good thing to help with this, though, is praying for it, obviously, but being, like, intentional about praying for it. One of the assignments in the class is either on your phone or a notebook or something that you bring around. Then each day, then if you're going somewhere, then pray like specifically that you'll have an opportunity to, if not, boom, set up a study with someone, then just get a conversation started, or, and always in some kind of natural way. No one wants anything to be forced down them, but just praying for specific opportunities at specific places, and then you can just go back through over time and just go back through the journal or on your phone or whatever and see how many opportunities you actually have and how easy it actually is. I think a lot of times we think, well, you know, maybe you might be in a position where like all my friends are Christians or whoever I'm around is already, everyone goes to church or whatever. But if you did that over time, you'd probably be surprised how many places or people you come across that there are people that just need Jesus just like you do and just need someone to talk to them about it and just open doors and conversations about it. Definitely be surprised how many times we unintentionally overlook people or opportunities. So praying for that specifically will definitely open your eyes to that.
I agree. Is there anything else you want to add for?
No, I'm just excited about the class. It's several months long, so come out a pro.
You gonna be a pro?
No.
You gonna be a pro evangelizer?
Hey, you gotta practice though. You can't just sit there for months and just learn all these things.
Can't just read books and do papers?
Nope.
You gotta practice
it.
Hey, I have some practice. I have a little bit. All right, moving on to food.
Is this one yours?
It's always a hilarious transition when we go from like Bible to like food.
Especially this one.
What is a McPlant?
So, you know, Burger King has their Impossible Whopper, and fast food chains are now trying to offer a plant-based option.
No.
Well, they're trying to present a plant-based option.
Is it like tofu?
No, it's plant-based. Did you not just hear me?
But isn't tofu plant-based?
I don't think so. I don't know.
It's like fake meat.
It's like veggie burger stuff. Well,
what is tofu made of?
Burrito.
Soybeans that are soaked in water, crushed and boiled.
That's soy, not veggie. I have no idea.
But they're beans.
Okay, the point is
they're
McDonald's is coming out with a McPlant burger. And they said it's not going to stop with burgers. They're going to have McPlant everything. They're going to have vegetable McPlant stuff, or breakfast McPlant stuff, and chicken McPlant stuff. And
I'm going to get you a McPlant hash brown.
Please
Wait,
don't.
potatoes are already plants.
Are they plants?
Potatoes a
They're
plant?
Crops.
What do you? It's a plant. What are you talking
I'm just
about?
kidding. So, McPlants.
Can we just live off of hash browns? Is that vegan still?
I don't know.
I'm looking this
Maybe.
up.
You're just looking up everything. Is anyone on?
That's the first thing that comes up.
Could someone tell me if a...
Oh, McDonald's French fries contain beef fat, so they're not vegan.
Wow.
But most French fries are vegan.
But most French fries are vegan. That's great.
I wonder if McDonald's hash browns are vegan.
Google it. So-
Are McDonald's hash browns vegan? It's like the first search.
What does it say?
It says they're not. It says they're made from beef flavoring that contains milk derivatives and is thus completely inappropriate for a vegan lifestyle.
Stop it, you inappropriate vegans. So,
I don't know. They seem pretty vegan to me. There's no meat in them.
that just sounds great. Have a McPlant.
A McPlant.
So, the next one's mine. We got two food places that I have come to enjoy lately. Newer places in Lubbock.
Lubbock?
Lubbock. One of them, it used to be a food truck, but now it's not. They got, well, it's probably, I don't know if it's still a food truck, but they got the little restaurant down by Tech, by, what was that called with all those other restaurants? By Spanky's and
Canes.
Torchy's and Cane's and that whole thing at restaurants. It's like a block from there. It's called Now We Taco Inn.
That's what it's called? Now
Yeah.
we tacoing?
And it's like it's pretty close to authentic Mexican tacos. So like, if you were in Mexico, that's what you're gonna get.
Like your fresh corn tortillas?
Yeah, it's like the little fresh corn tortillas, and like they got all the stuff for it, and
all the stuff.
all the stuff
Like most of the time when you get...
like cilantro and lime and
Yeah.
feta. If they have cheese, it's feta.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like most of the time when you
Yeah.
get like soft tacos here,
Carnies.
it's like a really big like flour tortilla with like just
Yeah.
tons of ground beef.
That's a burrito.
Right.
A flour tortilla is a burrito.
Right.
Corn tortilla is a taco.
Okay, wait.
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yes. Corn is taco. Flour is burrito.
What if I fry a flour tortilla?
That's burrito.
It's a fried burrito?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flour is burrito. Corn's tortilla. Wait.
Corn's taco.
Corn's taco. I was like corn's tortilla.
I didn't know that.
Corn's taco. Yep. So, but it's $2 tacos. I mean, they're like small ones, but on Tuesdays they're $1 tacos. So you get like 5 of these small tacos for $5. And they're
Seems
really good.
What's the other place?
It's called like Medai Thai something. It's
Meditai something? Wait, that's
something.
what the restaurant's called?
It's Medai something. I forgot what it's called. It's like Medai Moped or something. Moped. It's near the new Torchies. It's that same building by Chick-fil-A on West End. And it's Mediterranean food.
I'm just gonna look it on Google Maps.
And it's Chipotle style, where like you build your bowl, and you go through and you got your base, you got your meats, your veggies, your toppings, but it's all Mediterranean style food. So they got like lamb and hummus, and it's got some like Mediterranean type stuff. You see it anywhere?
Oh, I gotta zoom out.
Where are you?
All right, there's Wolfforth. Here's Costco.
There's Best Buy. So yeah, it's like right there.
There's the West End Center, so it's gonna be like right in here.
Mm-hmm. PF
PF Chang's,
Panera Bread, Chick-fil-A,
Bone Daddy's, Aspen Creek.
It's in between Aspen and Chick-fil-A, because that's where they don't even have Torchy's. Oh, they do have Torchy's.
Torchy's.
Oh, they don't have it on yet. It's in between Torchy's and Chick-fil-A.
It's in between these two?
Yeah, it's in between Torchy's and Chick-fil-A. Don't have it on Google yet.
It's not here.
It opened like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's as much as I can zoom in. Nothing in between. All right, well...
If you want some good lamb and Mediterranean food, go there.
Wait, isn't Pie 5 supposed to be on here somewhere?
Pie Five's on like the other side. Pie Five's right there
No,
with
there it
Chipotle.
is. Yeah, it is here.
So everything else is there.
Seems legit.
So that's all the food I got. My turn.
I haven't tried any crazy food lately.
No crazy food.
No.
What are we talking about? Yeah, Taco Bell for lunch.
That's not that crazy. Wait, so you did those food, now it's my turn. Face ID is coming to Max? Wasn't that already a thing?
I have no idea. Some of the stuff is really old.
Oh. Okay. It's been a while.
Is that all you had to say about it?
Yes. I don't know what to say about it.
Have we talked about Android Nearby Share?
Yes. Oh, wait. It is a thing. I've seen it come up whenever I click the share button on like a picture or something.
Oh, yeah?
The share, like the nearby share.
So is it like an app or is it...
Here, let's try it.
Because I've never used it. I can't use my phone, though. You know that, right?
Oh. Hey. It's live streaming us.
It is.
Here, let me just see if I can pull up like a...
Wasn't Matt's phone around? Oh, he doesn't have he has an iPhone now. I forget.
Okay, so here's a picture. I click share. It's... I've seen it before. It's not here, though. I don't know what's going on. Oh, yeah, look. See nearby? There's just a button on, like, by the share thing.
Oh, nice.
Nearby share.
Cool. So, is that just an Android thing, or...
I have no idea. I just kind of saw it showed up on my phone a little while ago.
More to come with that. Google has officially stopped recording audio and will only do so if users opt in.
You mean on, like, the Google Homes?
Sure.
This information's so old, we don't even know what we're talking about.
That's cool, though, because...
Privacy.
Yeah.
I like privacy.
We know Ron Swanson.
I am Ron Swanson.
All right, what's next?
Apple won't allow Google Stadia or xCloud on the App Store. What is xCloud? Is that the Xbox
streaming?
I didn't even know they had an app for it.
Apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, because you can like download it on the Switch, I think. Or at least that's what they were talking about being able to do, but I think that fell through.
RIP.
I don't know. Apple won't let you do anything.
Basically.
Except not really.
Have you tried the Stadia yet?
No, I haven't.
You need to try it because we have it.
Yeah, I have it. Right. I have like.
But we have the controller that goes with it.
What? When did you get the controller?
Matt got it for free. Google was just like, hey, have this.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Is the Google Stadia controller cool?
It's pretty cool. It's Wi-Fi. So like most controllers,
yeah, I know.
Like the Xbox IR, infrared, or Bluetooth. But the Wi-Fi one, it makes it work really fast with games you're streaming over your Wi-Fi.
Wow.
So it's cool.
That's cool.
We did talk about this next feature before. I do remember.
I thought so. Okay, so you got the next one.
Parler is dead.
Rip the Parler.
Talking about Parliament?
Nope. The social media app.
So Parliament's not dead.
I have no idea. I don't live in England.
Yeah, me either. I was like, what is the Parliament?
This whole podcast is just going to turn into us just Googling things we don't know.
It's the UK legislature.
Hey, I was right. History.
I don't know anything about history. Dude, I took history class, and like I know less about history now than I did before the class. All it did was confuse me.
What? How does that even happen?
When you have bad professors, they don't care, and you show up to class to take notes, they're just like, hey, this stuff happened. All you gotta know is the facts. So I'm like, okay. Just know the facts, answer the questions. Boom, bam, bop. Bada, bop, boom. Pow.
So you didn't have Professor X. What was that?
I'm
going to save that, and I'm going to record it from this and turn that into a GIF.
Do it.
So, the Parler, the social media, it started becoming popular like late summer, early spring, and it's supposed to be like uncensored social media, and it was mostly just redneck Republicans on there.
Is that what it was?
With their yeehaws and
yeah, my yeehaws.
And but it's gone.
Why is it gone?
Because Amazon kicked it off their app store.
Amazon has an app store. Sorry. If it does, God. Nobody knows about it. Who uses the Amazon app store?
People
with what?
Fire phones.
Those don't exist.
In 2014 it did.
Wait, are you serious?
You remember when Amazon made a Fire phone?
No.
It was like $100 because it was just full of ads.
No, I don't remember that.
Nathan uses the Amazon store as Kindle.
Oh. Dude, I remembered something about food.
I was in the middle talking about Parler.
Cool facts. MatPat has a food channel now.
What?
Yeah, it's called Food Theory. He did a
what?
Theory on like what pizza place is the best. Actually broke down why Little Caesars has super cheap pizza.
I've already seen a YouTube video about that.
Oh, well.
Years ago.
I had no idea why they were able to get their pizza super cheap.
And then I watched one a while back about CC's.
They didn't talk about that in the study.
Well, anyways,
back to Parler.
Go check out MatPat's
Food Theory. It was really
Food
interesting.
Theory with a hey Food Theory have a chance to sponsor this episode.
That'd be funny.
So, anyways, Parler, Amazon kicked it off, Apple kicked it off, and then eventually Google kicked it off. And the poor founder of Parler is just in his basement hiding right now, getting death threats.
Isn't everyone nowadays?
Basically. Except for you.
Yeah, it's because I don't live on the internet like most people do. Except for right now.
Except for right now. You're literally on Facebook. What are you going to do?
Die.
Oh,
I don't know.
that got dark. So, and yeah, he's not sure if it's gonna come back because reasons.
Doesn't want any
Science
more
and
death
math.
threats.
Probably not. All right, GeForce Now lets you sync stream.
Wait. Do we have any books to talk about? We kind of skipped.
Because it's blank.
Oh. Haven't you read any books?
I read the Book of Mark.
Hey, I did that too. I started a couple books. I haven't finished any of them though. I'm reading 2 books right now. They kind of go hand in hand. One's called Angels and one's called Demons.
Kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Are those 2 things ever mentioned without being followed by the other?
Wait, what?
Never mind.
They're by the same author that did The Unseen Realm that I basically won't stop talking about for some reason. What's his name? Michael Heiser. Yeah, that guy. I didn't know. Well, I ordered like 2 physical copies of the book, and they came out 2 years apart. But whenever you put the covers next to each other, like they make a complete picture.
What?
It's weird.
That's crazy.
It's pretty cool. And I also started reading Captivating. It was the dude that wrote Wild at Heart. Him and his wife wrote Captivating. Basically, the women's version of Wild at Heart. It's interesting. Highly recommend it for anybody.
Seems legit. I have not read it.
You should.
I will.
Okay.
So, any other books?
Oh, and I started that one, the book that you gave me the other day.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Divine.
No, shoot. What's it called?
Divine. The Great Divine.
No, not.
The Great Divorce.
No, that's C.S. Lewis. That is a book. Divine Conspiracy.
Divine Conspiracy.
The Divine Conspiracy.
I was close.
Pretty good so far. Hopefully, maybe in like a year, I'll have an update on all the books.
Same. So, veggie news.
Veggie. We already talked about veggie news.
VG, video game.
Video game news.
GeForce Now lets you sync Steam library.
Probably Steam library.
Yeah, Steam library can play if compatible.
GeForce Now. Was that NVIDIA's live streaming service?
I think so.
So you can live stream your Steam library?
What did it say?
That's
if
pretty
it's
cool.
Compatible. Yeah.
That's really
that was
cool.
A couple months ago, but
I didn't know that.
so that's something noteworthy if you have that.
The next thing is the xCloud gaming stick.
Yeah, one of the Microsoft dudes was like, "Hey, we're gonna make a cheap thing for y'all to play."
I think we already talked about this.
Okay, I'm leaving.
I'm fairly certain we have.
It's just a stick. You just stick it in, and you can play your Xbox cloud gaming stuff.
So it's like a Chromecast, like the Google one.
Yes.
But
what
Xbox.
other Chromecast is there? You said it's like a Chromecast, the Google one. Please tell me what other Chromecast you have.
Amazon Chromecast.
It's called a Fire Stick.
Hey.
That's what your horses eat. Get wrecked.
True. And cows. Don't be prejudiced.
Too bad.
Well,
Well,
prejudice against the cows.
I don't understand being prejudiced against cows. Do you know what else I don't also understand?
What?
Why SIM cards still exist.
That was a really good transition.
Well, speaking of cows.
Wait, why are we talking about cows?
Just kidding. Because people throw snowballs at them.
Hey, only Lindsay does that.
Apparently.
And Matt.
I was like, that's the first time I've ever heard anyone ever say that. She was like, I threw a snowball at a cow. Like, what?
It's fun. Never thrown snowballs at cows?
Nope.
Oh, you're missing
I've only
out.
thrown cows at snowballs.
See, that's too easy. You gotta throw a snowball at the cow.
So, things we don't get. I put SIM cards. As recently purchasing a new phone and trying to put my SIM card in my old phone so I could have a phone for a couple days. was like, what the heck? Why do we still have SIM cards? They're like super, super tiny, and you could break them. They could like fall out. You could drop them. They could like get damaged putting it in somehow, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how have we not figured out some kind of way to do this digitally?
There is a way to do it digitally. You can get like service on iPads and stuff, like cellular.
That's cellular, yeah. Well, why is it not just like the standard thing?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Verizon has it.
Well, why am I just now hearing this?
I heard about it a long time ago. My old swim coach, someone was going to give him like a new phone for free, and he was like, I can't use it because Verizon has this new thing where they're not using SIM cards anymore.
Well, I just got a brand new phone that came out in September by Verizon and it has a SIM card.
Oh. Well, I know they're really annoying, but also, isn't it nice just to be able to take your SIM card out of one phone and put it in the other if you want to just switch?
Yeah, but
and not have
digitally.
Well, how would you do it digitally? Like, what if your phone breaks? How would you switch it? Then you'd have to go to the
being able to like just get onto the phone that you want to have the service on, and you just go switch my digital SIM card to this phone. Go.
How?
And you like type in a password.
Oh, like
and then it's like
log
certified.
Into your like
log into your
Verizon.
Log into your Verizon thing. Be like, switch my service to this phone. Type in your little password and username, and your question of like, the one it asked me was like, who was your first roommate? I'm like, Nathan. It was wrong.
Nathan. It was wrong. Who was your first roommate?
I didn't set it up.
Oh.
I never set up that question. So.
My questions are always like, what was the street you used to live on? What was your first teacher's name?
Mom.
Yeah, basically. What was the city you grew up in?
Mexico.
El Paso. And I always get it wrong because whenever I type it in, I put an El Paso with a space between it, but I always type it in just one word.
Oh. Nah. So.
Hey, that happens sometimes.
Anything else you have to say about SIM cards?
Other than they're kind of outdated and...
There was one point where people were going all in on them, and they're like, some phones had two SIM card slots. Do you remember that? It was like 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, boom. You thought one was cool. We got two now.
Why would you need two? You'd have two different phone numbers on one phone?
Yeah, maybe that was when like home phones and business phones were basically completely dying out. So they're like, this is my work number. Here's my...
Yeah.
Or you could have like...
That's true.
Maybe you could have like siblings share one phone.
They have different phone numbers?
Yeah.
I feel like you can do that. You can have different users on a phone. Just like when you log into your computer, you can have like different users on a laptop. You can do the same thing on phones.
I don't know. Why would you need two SIM cards? That is kind of weird. But I remember it was a thing.
That's true. It was a thing.
Maybe not a good thing, but it was a thing. So, all right. Next up is the ideal section.
The ideal.
The ideal.
Normally we don't have the topic for this section, but this time
went through them all.
Well, yeah, we've talked about so many things, like the ideal smartphone, the ideal vacation, the ideal probably done government, the school,
pizza crust.
Wait, what?
No, we haven't done that.
Pizza crust. The ideal pizza crust. Wait, do you like cheese filled?
Cheese. Yes.
Okay.
Pizza Hut has amazing stuffed crust.
Rarely ever get stuffed crust, but if I did, it would be great. That's not what we're talking about, though.
We should.
Why not?
I'm just kidding. Oh.
The ideal pizza.
One that
no pineapples.
Whenever you peel back the cheese, it's a social media site.
What?
Because that's actually what we're supposed to be talking about.
We can talk about pizza, too.
We already talked about pizza.
Did we?
With Matt Pat.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I thought we were talking about, like, for the ideal. I'm like, how are we talking about the ideal pizza?
Well, first off, one off. I literally just said one off instead of first off.
Our podcast is a one-off.
What's it even mean?
It's like, you're like a one-hit wonder.
Or like the opposite.
We have no hit wonders.
Hey, I'm still waiting for Andrew Shipley's second one-hit wonder.
Basically. Okay, so actually for the ideal, we're doing the ideal social media. Something that I have no idea what I'm going to say for it.
The only social media you've ever had is the Gram.
Yeah.
And you haven't had that app in like at least a year.
More than a year. It's probably been 2 years by now. Maybe even longer. I don't know. It's been a while. I don't use social media at all anymore. And honestly,
And
I don't miss it.
Facebook a few years ago for real estate.
It's ironic because I'm on Facebook right now, but
It's the only time
I don't use it.
You've never made an account or anything, no matter how many times Chris Joe's begged you.
Oh my gosh. The only reason we have the well group me is because of me.
Yeah.
It's great.
No.
Yes,
Because they forget to update it, so you never know.
Yeah, I never know what's going on. Apparently, Facebook's a necessity nowadays.
Basically.
Which brings up
do business without it.
Well, if you can't do business without Facebook, where do you draw the line of free speech in a corporation?
Twitter, apparently.
Oh.
Oh, got him! That was great. So anyways, the ideal social media. The ideal social media.
Yeah. What would your ideal social media be?
No ads.
Okay.
Because Facebook ads are actually the worst thing ever. Worse than YouTube ads.
How would the social media site make any money then?
It's founded by someone rich. Dude, okay. New plan.
I got it.
Elon Musk collab with Donald Trump ad-free social media site.
Basically, just be Twitter uncensored. Because they both use Twitter like nonstop.
Sure. But, I don't know. Twitter's only good for like... Oh, I do have a Twitter. I forgot.
You have a Twitter?
I got it in March because Scott does his March movie madness thing where you like vote for all the movies every day forever, and you vote on Instagram and vote on Facebook, and then he started doing on Twitter. So then I downloaded Twitter. The only thing I've ever done with my Twitter is vote for movies on Scott's thing. I don't even have the app. I forgot. I do have a Twitter.
That's hilarious.
But from what I can tell, then like the whole every athlete's on Twitter. And so whenever stuff happens, they're always like tweeting things, and I'm always like reading about their tweets, and they're funny. So that's like the only thing I feel like I'm missing from Twitter is just like funny comments from athletes. But I don't know why we're talking about Twitter. I don't think
you were talking about
Twitter's just like quotes basically, right? I don't think it's actually pictures. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. That's how much I don't know anything about Twitter. I think it's just like word. It's just
Google.
characters.
What is
Twitter? And for the longest time, I know Twitter had a short cap on their characters. What is Twitter? Should you use it? What does it say it is?
A microblogging system.
Yeah, I think it's mostly just like, you know how Instagram is...
Twitter's can be up to 140 characters long.
You know how Instagram is like photos?
Yeah.
I think Twitter's
Tweets.
Twitter is mostly just
captions.
Yeah.
Just captions.
I think so.
Microblogs.
Yeah. And then Facebook's, I guess, like both. But
okay,
can we all just get on Pinterest?
dude. Pinterest.
Oh yeah, I technically have one, but I haven't set it up.
Oh my gosh.
Now like
You have
sent me
everything.
something months ago. She sent me. I never downloaded the app. She like sent me something on Pinterest, and like to look at it, then I like had to like log in. So.
Seems legit. Okay, so you never answered. What would your ideal social media be?
Ad free.
Okay, ad free. But like, is it pictures like Instagram? Is it tweets, short microblogs? Is it Facebook where it's like everything? You can have a marketplace on it, and it controls the world.
Is good. I guess it would be closer to Facebook because, like, I mean, Instagram's just like pictures. It's like nothing substantial.
You just upset so many people. I bet. Nothing substantial. Instagram, you're worthless.
Well, it's just like the most random pictures.
That's what people want to share, though.
This is my ideal.
Okay.
So
Your
apparently,
idea.
I don't want. I'm just now.
You don't want
learning.
Instagram.
Apparently, I don't just want pictures, but like, Twitter is just everyone is a philosopher. Okay, and I don't want
Everyone's
that either.
a philosopher.
So I guess I want some sort of Facebook-ish, but like more user-friendly. Because when I first got Facebook, I didn't know how to do anything. It was so dumb. And they had the dumbest ads.
You already said that.
I know, I'm saying it again.
Okay.
And I wouldn't want it to like control everything, because like it goes through phases of having it has like so many games, and obviously they're buying other companies and stuff, but like I wouldn't want it to have everything. It's like the games and like the messenger and stuff. So I don't know, something that you can. Dude, I got it. Craigslist.
Dude.
I was thinking of like for like a business social media, because LinkedIn isn't really utilized as much. Like no one's just gonna log into LinkedIn and like be on there.
No, LinkedIn is used for work only.
Yeah, but not everyone's on there, so that's why you have to go to Facebook, because everyone's on Facebook.
LinkedIn's used a lot by corporations.
Corporations, but not like individual smaller businesses. People aren't going to go look for products or businesses on LinkedIn most of the time. They're going to Google or Facebook.
No, LinkedIn is for like advertising yourself as an employee.
Right. But that's not like people's first place to look. They go to Facebook first.
For employees?
Yeah.
Oh, I figured people just go to LinkedIn. It got talked about in my classes.
I could be wrong. Maybe I just don't utilize LinkedIn enough.
I don't use LinkedIn at all.
I mean, I have one.
I probably should use LinkedIn.
So what I have learned is a social media platform with no ads.
Okay, so do you like do you follow people and do they have to follow you back?
Yeah, so I guess if you accept someone, then it's both ways.
It's both ways?
Yeah.
It's not just one way?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, what else?
And it has a built-in podcast feature that all you have to do is hit record, and it just takes care of everything.
It puts it on every single different platform.
Yes.
That'd be nice.
What's a main feature you'd want in yours?
I've been thinking about it for like 10 minutes, and all I could think about is I wish it would just be like telegrams like the old days.
What? I thought you were going to say like privacy.
Oh, well, definitely privacy. I don't want no people snooping on my telegrams. They're going to be encoding it in Morse code.
What the heck?
No, well, I don't use any social media, so it's kind of hard for me to think about what I'd actually want in it. Obviously, I don't want any privacy issues. I feel like it would need to have some sort of encryption, like the blockchain encryption.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Basically how like cryptocurrency works.
Okay.
Like the
So you want your
Bitcoin to be connected to my Facebook. No. The way the stuff like cryptocurrency works, like you have to updates on every computer. It's really hard to explain. Basically, I don't want a single corporation to control the social media.
Right. So you want Parler.
Do I want Parler?
Okay, I don't know.
I don't know either. I think if it were to be mainstream, uncensored, like there should be like a YouTube thing where it's like, are you 13 years or older? Click yes, whatever. Then, uncensored, whatever. You can put whatever your heart's content is. Put whatever message you want. I probably would do have some pictures like Instagram. I feel like it'd be Twitter. but with pictures. Which is basically what Instagram is, I think.
Twitter with pictures.
That's
so
Instagram.
You went Facebook.
You could put just...
Or MySpace.
No. You know what I want? Google Plus.
Dude, that was the worst because you couldn't create a YouTube account for the longest time unless you had Google Plus account.
Basically.
And so the numbers of Google Plus users were so inflated because of that.
Basically.
Austin commented 48 minutes ago. I just realized I didn't have this pulled up.
It's the little things like snow that matter, lol.
Facts.
That's true.
What's next?
I don't know. Are we done talking about our ideal social media?
Yeah.
Dude, personally, if I lived in the days of like carrier pigeons, I'd be happy. We don't have any bad inventions, so we're moving on to TV shows.
I watched quite a few this year. Kaylee and I watched through quite a few shows. The Queen's Gambit, that was one more recently that a lot of people watched. It was like trending for a long time. You watched part of it, or
Yeah, I watched part of it.
What did you think of the parts you saw? Was she a little girl or was she older?
Both.
Oh. What? So you watched a bit then?
Yeah. It was weird. Like the way it was filmed was weird.
I thought it was kind of fascinating that we just dropped this whole show. It's a chess drama.
It is a chess drama.
If you ever told me that I would have watched a chess drama, I would have been like, what?
Well, Matt really liked it because he loves playing chess.
Yeah.
He's pretty into chess.
The way the story is told is really
I like chess too.
interesting.
But
especially the beginning is kind of weird.
I don't like the drama part. Honestly, I'm just about the chess. If they just had a chess show, I would be all about it.
Just them just playing chess.
Yeah. Just like the dramatic chess moves. I'm like, you fell for my
Being
trap.
like,
Yeah, because I know what's going on.
have you seen the scenes where she played speed chess against 3 people at once?
3? I watched the one where she was like in the school and she played against like 12 people
There's
and beat them all.
one. It's towards the end when she's playing. She's like training for Russia or something, and
For Russia? No, I didn't see that.
oh yeah, that's like what the world's best chess players are in Russia. So it's like this big thing. She's training for Russia, and she is just there's like messing around, but she plays speed chess against 3 people at the same time, and she keeps beating him over and over again. And it's like for money, so she cleans him out.
Dang, no. I think the last episode I saw was the one like where her mom died. Spoilers, by the way.
Oh yeah, so there was still like 2 or 3 after that probably. She hits like a big downward turn and like gets whack.
It gets whack? Is that why
She
it's
gets
rated
whack.
R?
It's not rated R.
Oh yeah, it's not a movie. I don't know what it's rated on TV.
TV 14 probably.
Maybe.
Anyways, so that Space Force, that's the Netflix original, Steve Carell. And it's funny because at the beginning, then they're like, the President of the United States has opened a new branch of the military, Space Force. And I don't remember the exact line, but he like laughs and he's like, ha, imagine that, like having military in space or something. And they're like, which you're heading up? And he's like, oh. So the whole thing is basically him competing with the Russians or whatever to establish stuff in space and stuff.
That sounds pretty funny.
Yeah.
Is it like a sitcom? Okay.
It is, but yeah, it's just like a space military sitcom.
Space military sitcom?
Minus the military. I don't know why I said that.
Oh, it's not a military sitcom?
Not yet, at least. But it's just him trying to like figure out what the heck they're doing. And he's
Seems
like
legit.
a dad. And yeah, it's pretty funny. There's only 1 season so far. So I guess all the 3 TV shows I'm talking about on Netflix originals
1 season.
with 1 season. But it's because they're all like newer. Well, Lock and Key came out a while ago. think the second season's soon.
Uh,
Lock and Key's the other one.
I started watching Yellowstone, and it's definitely, if I could give a TV show an R rating.
It's mature. It's TVMA.
Oh, I don't know what the TV ratings are.
It's TV 14 then MA.
Mature something.
Audience, I'm guessing.
Mature audience, yeah.
I'm guessing.
Mature audience. There's lots of cussing. Lots of gore-ish. Like, lots of drama. It's crazy. But it's like a Western drama. The whole premise of the show is there's this family in Montana that has a huge ranch. And everybody is trying to take it from them. Trying to take the land from them. Like, the Native Americans that are, like, on their reservation are, like, trying to, like, figure out a way to take land back. There's, like, big, huge, like, real estate moguls that are trying to, like, take the land to build housing. There's, like, all sorts of stuff. Gets into lots of drama. And it's not, like, a boring kind of drama. It's not, like, a courtroom or anything. It's always some sort of shooting that happens. Because it's a Western. Everyone's on their horses riding around.
Dang.
Shooting.
What time frame is this set in?
Modern.
What?
Yeah. No,
Wait,
modern
what?
times.
I thought you were about
Modern
to say
times.
like the 1820s or something.
No, this is modern times.
Well, there you go. And that's on Peacock?
It's on Peacock, yeah.
Wait, then how are you watching it?
I don't know.
What? Okay.
I stole your Peacock.
What didn't I give it to you?
No, I don't think you did.
Alright, movies. You put this first one.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we talked about this.
Speaking of social media.
There's a movie on Netflix called The Social Dilemma. You should watch it.
Unless you want to be creeped out, then don't.
Unless you want to be creeped out? Unless
If
you don't
want to be creeped out.
It's not that creepy.
Just kidding.
Not like creepy in the sense that I would normally think of. It's not like a horror movie by any means. It's about social media and how big corporations are basically taking over the world. Although if all the corporations,
the influence that social media has like on your brain and habits and decisions,
right. I would highly,
and how they keep you drawn in,
yeah,
with systems and tactics and schemes.
Ooh, my ideal social media doesn't have that.
Doesn't have algorithms.
It doesn't have notifications.
But how would you know if anything happened?
You just log on. Whenever you log on, you see new stuff.
What if people are like messaging you or tagging you or commenting on something?
No, that's what text messages are for. If you want to get a hold of someone, use a text message.
Did you just say use a text message? Okay, Grandpa.
Hey,
you better use the text message.
Basically.
So.
What other movies are we talking
no,
about?
not on the thing. What's the next one?
Mulan.
I saw Mulan. Finally.
Wait, there's a new Mulan?
The live action one.
There's a live action Mulan?
Yeah.
Last time we talked about this, it was still getting made.
Well, it came out on Disney Plus in like October. Since it didn't drop in theaters and they're charging you they dropped it on Disney Plus, but it was $30
to watch it.
And then after 3 months, then it was free. So it's like right before Christmas, it was free.
Dang.
But obviously, there's no Mushu, or there's not a single song. So it's like, are you sure
it's
Disney
not a
made
musical
this?
anymore?
It's not. No, because they wanted to make it as accurate to like the tale as possible.
Ooh, I might actually like it then.
So yeah, there's no musicals.
I don't like musicals.
It's a Disney movie without a single song.
I like it.
It's like a crime.
Dude, this might be the first Disney movie I really like.
Wait, there's a lot of Disney movies you like.
That's true.
So,
Toy Story is up there.
That's
Pixar. But they're owned by Disney, so it kind of counts.
But kind of not. But more not than does.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, what Disney movie do I like?
Infinity War?
No, that's Marvel. It's the same logic by you saying it's Pixar, so it doesn't work. It's a different studio.
You like
Can't say Star Wars.
Aladdin?
Aladdin was okay. Aladdin was good.
Got him.
Yeah.
So, on Christmas, then Pixar, owned by Disney, released an original movie called Soul, and Jamie Foxx is the lead voice actor.
Was Pixar ever not owned by Disney?
Yep. The last standalone Pixar movie was Cars.
Really?
Yeah. They were their own thing for like 7-8 years.
I always thought they were together. Same thing.
No.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wait, so Monsters Inc. was like the first one was like a Pixar original? Interesting. I had no idea.
So Soul, it's really, really, really good. You should watch it.
What's it about? Souls?
It's about this dude who is trying to find his passion for life, and he almost dies, and he's in like the afterlife, and he like is talking to souls, and they try to find their spark in life. And it's like set in Louisiana, so it's like jazz music and jazz themed stuff, so it's cool.
Louisiana.
Yeah. It was actually really deep even for a Pixar movie.
Seems most Pixar movies are like
I know,
pretty deep in some sort of way.
but this one definitely was. And yeah. Next up, I have a really, really whack Netflix movie. It's called I'm Thinking of Ending Things. It's like this couple, and they're driving to meet his parents, and she like wants to break up with him, but wants to like wait.
Oh, so it's not about suicide.
No, it's about a relationship.
I definitely thought it was about suicide.
No.
From the title, I'm thinking of ending things.
I mean, I can see that.
It sounds like it's a person that's like thinking about suicide.
No, it's not though.
Okay, well, good thing you clarified because I was
Yeah.
confused.
And so the thing that is really crazy about the movie is I don't know who directed it, but I don't know what is in their brain. It's really, really abstract and creative, and it's almost like I never thought about this. 'Cause I watched the movie once, and I was still trying to figure out what happened. I don't know what happened in the movie. It's really, really weird. Imagine you having a dream, okay? And then you write down the dream, and you make a movie based off the dream.
Okay.
You know how dreams, like, you change settings and characters and plots and what's happening and who's who and what you can do in the dream?
Yes.
That's this movie.
So this is basically a movie about someone having a dream about breaking up with somebody.
Except it's not a dream. I was just using the dream thing to like
Right, but I'm saying
understand.
like the movie's like that. It's like if you
Yeah.
were having a dream about breaking up with somebody, that's what this movie is.
Yeah. Except the breakup part's actually a minor plot, I guess. I don't know.
It's a minor plot.
There's one part where they're like in the car driving through the snow for like 20 minutes having a very slow dialogue conversation.
Does their car turn into an airplane?
No.
Turn to a snowmobile?
No.
Is there any dream elements to the car being stuck in the snow?
At one point they turn up in their old school parking lot. And then there's a snow cone stand.
Oh, so it's like random stuff happens. Like
Yeah.
that would be
A lot-
totally coincidental.
Like at least half the movie's at their parents' house, but everything changes in that house.
what? That's
It's
weird.
it's really it's really, really whack.
That is.
If you just want an entertaining movie that will like keep your brain moving, I'm thinking of ending things. I don't remember language or anything. It's been a couple months by now. I feel like it was probably okay.
Probably okay.
There wasn't like any nudity or anything. I remember that much. So Wonder Woman 2. Did you see? You say you saw part of it, or your brother did?
Saw a small part of it.
It's actually gone down. It's rotten on Rotten Tomatoes now.
Eesh.
The villains were whack,
Why am I sleepy? It's weird.
and they brought back a character in a way that a lot of people didn't like.
Who?
Her love interest from the first one.
I don't even know.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
So I don't want to spoil it in case you watch it, but the beginning was okay. And there are parts that are fine.
There are parts that are fine. Didn't you say like cheetahs in it?
Yeah.
Only time I remember seeing Cheetah as a villain was in Justice League. Literally never seen her in a
Wonder Woman a
movie.
part of Justice League?
Well, yes, but I didn't know Cheetah was a part of Wonder Woman's like DC world.
It's like she just got hired to work at the same company that Diana works at. And so they like spend time together and stuff.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk about that company in the DC universe that... What's that lady that creates? It's like the supervillain company.
Villains Are Us?
No.
I don't know. So,
I don't know.
last movie. Croods 2.
Never saw Croods 1.
It came out like 5 or 6 years ago by now. It's DreamWorks, I think.
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
DreamWorks has some good stuff.
Yeah. But this was not the most unique plot or anything, but it was really, 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 really funny. It was a lot funnier than I thought. I was sitting next to... I was in between Bradley and James Fish. And we're like making jokes the entire time. It was a really, really funny movie.
Seems legit.
It was really whack. So, if you want to laugh at a movie a little bit, this one definitely has some funny stuff.
I have no interest in watching Croods, honestly.
I saw it because there's a new movie in the theaters.
And you can actually go to the theaters.
Yeah.
Seems legit.
Hey, I went to the theaters 11 times this year.
It's 11 more than I have been.
One of them was a drive-in, though. I watched The Labyrinth.
What?
It's like an old movie. It wasn't a new one.
It sounds familiar.
It's like mostly made with puppets.
Puppets?
Yeah,
Dang, it must have been a long
it's
time
really
ago.
weird.
Okay.
It's a really weird movie. So, how long have we been going? Like over an hour?
Yeah, like hour 15 minutes almost.
Well, that's pretty good.
That's a good
for
time.
First time back.
Yeah. We have any other stuff to talk about?
I don't think so.
That's
What's
everything.
our plan for this? Are we going to be trying to go back every week or?
Maybe.
Depends.
It depends on my school schedule. I'm going to be studying a lot for the MCAT. Taking, full-time hours as usual. I'm going to be working on the French.
So maybe just once or twice a month.
Maybe. It just depends on whenever
It
we're
just
free.
depends.
We're both pretty
is
busy.
true. So
But we did want to meet up and just do a podcast. We haven't done one in a while,
what's the definition of podcast? Can we even call this a podcast? It should just be called like two dudes rambling about stuff and Googling things.
That's what the title of our podcast should be.
Yes.
Two dudes rambling
And Googling things.
and Googling things.
No more pineapple podcasts. We're just two dudes rambling.
Two dudes rambling. Hey, if you made it this far, honestly, props. We're pretty boring sometimes.
Same. So maybe next time we'll live stream it on the tube also.
Hey, that would be cool.
The tube of Youb.
The tube of Youb.
Yep.
Now instead of Facebook having everything, it'll just be Google.
Oh, Google bought Facebook. Did you hear?
There's no way.
Couldn't afford that.
Nah.
So
I think that's everything. We will catch you guys.
Shrek's a donkey and Beta lost, so that's the basics.
Whenever we're doing this long enough to whenever you say Beta lost, someone's confused about it, that's when it'll be funny. Like 10 years from now, if we're still doing this.
Bruh.
Like,
if we're still doing this in 10 years, then that means we survived at least one term of Joe Biden.
Basically. Dude, I can just imagine. There's like some kids watching. They're like, wait, who's Beto? Like, that's when this joke will be funny.
Well, they'll be your kids watching.
10 years? Yeah, probably. I don't know.
What? Okay.
I don't know what you meant by that, but
I don't know. I don't know either.
All right.
I'm trying to picture like a little baby watching this one.
A little baby with a beard.
Comes out with a mullet and the monkey,
and a beard.
the monkey beard.
The monkey beard?
The monkey tail thing.
No, that's
That
just
shows
weird.
you.
Yeah, no.
So,
All right. Catch y'all on the flippity flip.
Thanks for watching.